Folks, I am excited to present the groundbreaking of Esperanza Suites. Okay, so name is EZRA ONDARA, real estate content creator based in the city of Nakuru. Apart from real estate, we do a series known as Nakuru Beyond the City. Go watch that one. We promote business in Nakuru and we also do a number of vlogs around Nakuru. So a few months ago, okay, just a few, I shared this clip, this animation of an upcoming, apartment block featuring 1, 2, and 3 bedroom known as Esperanza Suites in Naka Estate. Now, that was the animation, that was on paper. Today, we are starting the process of implementing that on the ground. Yeah. And I am so excited. Okay, I'm so excited. So now this project is being undertaken by my good friends, Concept Builders. You're about to see the director is going to give us, a few remarks regarding this project, from the drawing board to now we are actually on the ground to actualize it. As a real estate enthusiast, I love seeing this. I said some time back, I just love to see the process of turning a plain ground, bare land into a structure. I just love that whole journey. And even on this one, I will be with you every step of the way. The entire journey. Today ni groundbreaking, lakini tutakuwa pale throughout mpaka tumalize. Remember, the animation again, you can watch it. Whatever you are seeing on that animation is what we are about to roll out here. Now, let me say something about Naka Estate. So Naka is one of the most sought after, places for residential apartments in Nakuru. One of, and I have weighed that, based on the inquiries, the kind of inquiries that come to my desk. EZRA natafuta 1 bedroom Naka. EZRA natafuta 2 bedroom wapi? EZRA natafuta 1 bedroom section 58. So in fact, if, from my own analysis, if I have to, to list the 5 most sought after places in Nakuru for residential apartments, well, I will start with section 58. Then number 2 will be Naka. Number 3 will be Kiamunye. Number 4 will be Milimani. And then number 5 would be Barnabas, probably. Okay? Those, according to me, they are the most sought after places for residential apartments in Nakuru. 58 still sleepy na we kidogo, kuna mjengo pale nimeona, but residential units, few apartments pale. Kuna apartment moja pale inaendelea pale 58. Alafu hapa Naka kuna ujenzi, Naka kuna ujenzi left, right and center. Just that hao wengine wanajenga hatujajuana vizuri, but for Concept Builders, I am right here on their project. Okay, speaking of Kiamunyi, yes, kuna ujenzi pale zinaendelea pia kadhaa. Barnabas kuna kujengwa. Okay, so those Milimani, maybe residential apartments, like wanajenga moja, And by the way, let me also share this with you. If there is one town in Kenya, listen investors, listen very carefully. If there is one town in Kenya, one city rather in Kenya, which has room for residential units, which has room for residential developments, okay, just with proximity to CBD, it has to be Nakuru, and I've been saying this, from London there, just 1.5 km to CBD, there is a lot of room for development. You go to Freehold, just 1 km to CBD, so much room for development. You come to section 58, it is just, it's one thing, for development. You come to Naka here, okay, Naka took off, but still there is more room for development in Naka. You go to free area, there is just so much to upgrade in free area. You go to Barnabas and Pipeline, ujenzi inaendelea pale. So if there is one city in this country ambapo there is room for development with proximity to CBD, I'm telling you, it is Nakuru. It is Nakuru. There is no other. It is Nakuru. Sasa, I get disappointed when I go to some of your projects, especially diaspora jamini. Sijui nani anawapelekanga huko ushago. I just don't know how you end up some place, you know, maybe Nairobi na uko, sijui Joska uko ndani. So you wonder, how did you end up here? Why didn't you come to Nakuru? You know, ujenge place, ujenge apartment mzuri karibu na tao. So an apartment unapata mtu amejenga mahali mbali na town. Yes, aliuziwa shamba cheap. Okay? Lakini sasa one bedroom unalipisha 6,000. Lakini ukijenga hapa Nakuru, hizo estates ambazo nimesema, you'll be talking of 15,000 and upwards. So piga hesabu zako vizuri. Piga hesabu zako vizuri, but I'll be sharing more on that one. So let us meet the director of concept builders. Nimuulize maswali mbili regarding this project and then tuendelee. Si ndio? So excited by the way. Wilson.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Folks, meet the director of concept builders here, based out here in Nakuru. Wilson.
How are you?
How are you, sir? Wacha nikushasalimia tena. You know, when you gave me that animation and I shared it kwa mtandao, kusema ukweli nimekusumbua. I've been on his neck.
Yes.
Hii project tunaanza lini?
Yes.
Finally we are here. Why has it taken us that long from paper, from the drawing board to implementation?
The process of approvals takes quite a bit of time.
Oh yes.
Because we have various authorities that we have to relay the documentation to and get the approval to proceed. There's the county government of Nakuru, the physical planning department, which is responsible for reviewing all designs for each and every construction project that is going on within the county. It does take some bit of time, from 1.5 months to 2 months to get your approvals. We process the same documents with the National and Environmental Management Authority for purposes of being able to review the impact on the environment of this particular project or any other project in particular. It's a whole process that gears up to up to the time that you get approval now from with the National Construction Authority, NCA, to be able now to proceed to the ground and work on towards now actualizing the project in reality.
Yeah, maybe because I was new in the space. You know, me when I look at those animations, my mind is like, bana tujenge hii kitu.
Yes. So is everybody. When you have a good design, when it has anticipated all parameters in terms of function, in terms of space, in terms of the looking into the market, it's very exciting even for the developers as well. They are very anxious to get to the ground. It's not only you who is also anxious, so the developer is also very anxious to get to the ground. Everybody wants to work towards the reality of their vision. Not just the vision. Nobody wants to develop a vision and it remains on paper. So it's been a long time waiting, but we finally hit the ground running. And I think going forward, you're going to see a lot of activity taking place on this side towards realizing that vision.
I'm so excited to come along on this journey. You've spoken about the design. You mentioned the design. Tell us about the design. It features 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. Yes,
this is a commercial residential project. So we are putting up 1 bedroom units, open plan, 2 bedroom units which are open plan, master and suite. Then we have 3 bedroom units, also open plan and master and suite. So basically we have 10 3 bedroom units, 10 2 bedroom units, and 5 1 bedroom units.
How many floors is that?
We're going 5 floors above with a dedicated ground level parking space.
Thank you.
An office, a generator room. These are basically apartments with lifts as well.
Nice.
So it's a pretty modern facility. We have a rooftop entertainment and recreation facility on the rooftop. So it's a pretty upmarket development.
Folks, we have moved away from the site kidogo. The tractor man. The excavator.
There's a backhoe there.
The excavator has resumed work. So tumetoka kwa site kidogo, but we're just outside. So I was about to tell Wilson that among the many requests that I get is 1 bedrooms in Naka. Looks like the earlier developers around here never figured like, you know, that market is ever going to exist probably.
I totally agree. If you look traditionally, people have been more inclined to develop 2-bedroom units.
Yeah.
And perhaps 3-bedroom units.
Sure.
But the market has not really appreciated the emerging market and demand for 1-bedroom units and studio apartments.
Yeah.
Because you know, you have to appreciate the fact that many developers are old money, what is called old money. So their mindset is still the same.
Family.
They are still focused on the family unit. But you realize there's an emerging market of young people.
Yeah.
That do not necessarily have family, or people who are working away from home.
Young professionals as well.
Who do not require, you know, units such as 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms. But I tend to think that currently there is a shift as well.
Yeah.
I think you move around more than I do. But also when you look at our desks as well, in as far as Naivasha within the Nakuru County, we are getting more people wanting to put up studio apartments
and
1-bedroom units. And it's obvious, you know, when you look at now in terms of turnover, you can't run away from the fact that turnover on terms of studio apartments and 1-bedrooms is higher compared to a 2-bedroom apartment block. And a 3-bedroom apartment block. So basically, the traditional developments are not high yielding compared to now the emerging market for 1-bedroom and studio apartments.
Wonderful stuff. Good to hear. Because there are even guys who reached out to me and I mean for consultation. They asked me, Ezra, what can I build there in Nakuru? So these days I'm telling them 1-bedroom is the niche that is on demand.
Yes.
And the studios. Yes, you can delve into the 2-bedroom, but ideally you just jump into the competition. But these are the space, these are the niche. Hapo kuna opportunities.
Precisely. Precisely. There's a lot of opportunity. It's just, I tend to think it is common sense. For the simple reason, when people are turning into the workplace or in the job market. So you have people who are starting out in the junior tier of their profession.
Yes.
So you can't expect them to want to take up space.
Sure.
On a 2-bedroom apartment.
Definitely.
Or a 3-bedroom apartment.
Not possible.
Natural logic,
unless they are co-sharing.
Natural logic would dispose them to want to take a studio or a 1-bedroom. A 1-bedroom apartment. And particularly when it is more contemporary. By contemporary I mean more present day in terms of design. More futuristic in terms of function. I mean that people are able to relate regardless of their backgrounds, where they're coming from, with the unit that you're providing.
Tell us about the groundbreaking. You've probably done many of these groundbreakings. What typically happens on a groundbreaking?
Basically, after approvals, you have to do what we call setting out. Setting out is that now you translate the designs to the site. Make sure everything is a perfect fit.
The dimensions.
In terms of specification, so that you're not losing out on function from how the design is intended on the ground. So basically that's what we've done. We've taken a couple of days to set up this building. I think 3 to 4 days just to verify, make sure we are smack on point. So then after you've made your verification in terms of setting out the building, now that's nice. We escalate to the next level, which is now what you see is happening here. Basically, excavation works, earthworks that are taking place here. Excavating for column bases. That's why you see a lot of pits. Distributed all over. Excavation for the underground reserve tank. I've seen a big pit. So during this time that we are excavating, we also have the project engineer coming on site to look at the soil profile, see how the various layers are distributed, the strata are distributed, so that we are able to determine whether the original structural designs will suffice or there will be need for adjustments in terms of revisions to be able to anticipate if we have a poor soil profile or structure, then there is need for adjustments. For instance, in this case, we are making some adjustments on the structural designs based on what we have been able to see on site. Yeah, so that's basically it.
Okay.
In terms of schedule, then I think tomorrow, tomorrow we'll begin steel fixing works. Now the reinforcement, preparation for the reinforcement schedules for the various elements of steel fixing on site.
Wonderful. So you've also mentioned the underground tank.
Yes.
I go to some other apartments, then I find they are doing the underground tanks after the apartment is up. You are also working on the underground tank.
Yeah, I think
from the from the
term
start.
I've used that explains a lot. Earthworks,
Yes.
excavations. So basically, from a structural engineer's perspective, you have to carry out the schedule for reinforcement on the entire building at one go.
Oh, okay.
From the foundation. For the simple reason is that the building, as you go up, is taking up loads.
Yeah.
So these loads are, punching into the ground.
Yeah, sure.
So what happens is that if you have to excavate later on, it means that there's a lot of pressure, undue pressure, or unanticipated pressure on the vacuum, where you're now excavating for that underground, isn't it?
But you have seen that, yeah?
Yeah, I've seen people do that, but the best practice is that you carry out all your earthworks, that is all your excavations.
From the word go.
At the initial stage.
Okay.
If there are structural adjustments and specifications in terms of reviews that need to be made to be able to anticipate the loads that are coming onto that area, are made ahead in time.
Okay.
Rather than predisposing your building to undue shear or bending moments. When those designs did not anticipate that.
Oh, okay.
So it's good to work within the parameters of specifications to be able to preserve the integrity of your building and structure.
Wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
Folks, there is him, Concept Builders. I've mentioned is the director. So I've mentioned their brand on my channel a number of times. I've shared some designs and I've said that they have been prepared by Concept Builders, from architectural to even implementation, so they design and build,
Exactly.
Yeah, so they design and build. And by the way, if you want, just plan a day with us, tukupeleke all around, you see their projects which are completed already. And by the way, there is one apartment, Wilson will do that one with you again.
Yeah.
The one at Pipeline.
Yes.
Coming soon. In November, we'll be renting out that apartment, designed and built by Concept Builders. I'll be with him again in that very video. At least that one will give you, a picture of what they can design and execute. Sindio? So Wilson, wacha tumalizia hapo leo, unless you have anything else.
Not really until the next time.
Tuko tu groundbreaking.
Yes.
And it is visible.
Yes.
Inaonekana.
Yeah.
So next time tutapatana na wewe, maybe ukishafanya, umesema ni steel fixing nini.
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll be talking as time goes.
Yeah.
Maybe one last question.
Yes.
For those who have seen the design and they're like, wow, I wish it was available now. When can they expect? Okay, let's say like the schedule now.
Schedule is 18 months till completion.
Oh, okay.
Or even earlier.
Oh, okay.
If all factors are constant.
Yeah.
18 or less.
18 or less.
Yes.
So wale mnaniuliza, Ezra naweza pata one bedroom classy one bedroom in Naka. We are building it. Okay, mmeuliza paka sasa nikaambia these guys, jameni ni your design, sasa anza kuambia watu wajenge one bedrooms. Now we are building it, but you may have to wait a little longer. Okay, good things take time, sindio? So 18 months, tuseme around 2026, early. For now, stay where you are. All right, see you in the next one, folks. Okay, wonderful time with Wilson from Concept Builders. See you next time.